Good day, Collective. I am Sarah B, and you're tuning in to Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also for hitting that notification bell. That's going to let you know when I'm going live or posting new readings. So today I am doing a channeled messages reading for the collective. That's right, this is a general reading, not personal, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. Now this channel messages is going to be for the recent past, the present, and the future. So I am going to read you the channel messages, and then I am going to clarify the tarot portion with some clarifying cards. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with, obviously, the recent past. We have the Phoenix card, and I got this, it's transmutation. Now transmutation is changing from one form of yourself to another form of yourself. So this is a planned change, a change that you want to make, a change that is going to be a complete lifestyle change for you. Now this is not an easy task. This is giving up who you were previously to become something bigger and better. So this could be a spiritual journey you're going on, or it could be a physical journey. Maybe it's a weight loss journey or a health journey, or it could be you're restarting with schooling or going back to school to do something else, maybe a different major, or it can be maybe you're going through an addiction and you are trying to change that lifestyle. But this is going to be definitely something that you want to do. Now we also have write a letter. So this is something that I felt that you need closure on. Something that you need to maybe start with to tell your old self that, thank you for getting me to where I need to be. Thank you for, the lessons that you've learned, but you need to move on from that person, from that place you were. And so you might want to just put it on paper that you want to change, that you want to grow, that you are thankful for that person you used to be, but you don't need them anymore. Now, with the tarot cards, what came out was the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, I saw this Ace of Pentacles as because of your previous lifestyle or the person that you used to be, this was a sign of missed opportunities because of the lifestyle that you used to lead, or engagements that you weren't available to go to. Maybe you were overlooked or denied, or things might have been postponed because you were looked over because of the situation that you were in. Or this could just be you weren't ready. You weren't ready to be in those situations, and the universe was like, you know what, you're just not ready, and what's for you isn't going to pass you by. So just because you weren't ready then doesn't mean that those opportunities aren't going to come back around for you. But I do feel like that you do have opportunities to come in. Like this is, I wrote down a wake-up call, because you are going to have all of this prosperous energy coming towards you. The universe is going to see that you are willing to make these changes to better your life. Your energy is going to rise, and it's going to bring in beautiful things. So if you are leaving this life of self-deprecation and your energy is rising, and you are treating yourself with love and respect, which is what this is. This is a card of independence, of owning yourself, taking accountability. And it's important that you recognize how far you've come on your journey, or how far you're going to be coming on your journey, and to realize that you might have a long way to go, but you've made the important steps on starting to get there. Now I also have the, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I got, be careful of slipping back into old habits. Maybe meeting up with people that you used to be in that old lifestyle, or, being in an environment that might trigger you, or or people trying to bring you down a wrong path. So just be careful of those things, because I feel like this wasn't so far, like I said, it's the recent past. So I do feel like, yes, you are on this journey of healing, but it is a journey. And it's going to be a beautiful journey, but it's a journey that, we're going to have to keep practicing all the time. So we don't want to get stuck in that rut again. Now for the present, we have a joy, which I love. We have choose yourself today. Now with these cards I got, you can feel yourself growing. Okay, in turn, raising the energy, people are seeing this change and maybe commenting on it. You look like you're glowing lately. You've come so far. Look how much weight you've lost. You look like you're healthy. I'm so glad to see you out walking the neighborhood. These kind of comments, while they might be little, they are going to raise your spirits and keep you thriving and wanting to do and wanting to push forward. They're going to see this happiness exuding from you. So you're guided to keep this path of choosing yourself over and over again. Making yourself number one, rather than living for that other person, that old self. Keep pushing yourself to be the best person that you can be. Now in Tarot, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Ace of Swords. So we have the Hanged Man in the challenged position. So what I got was, you seem to be holding on to something with this Four of Pentacles card, perhaps from the past, okay? But it's time to forgive yourself. You could be hurting your chances of moving forward if you're not forgiving yourself for the person that you used to be. Holding on to situations. It's time to look into yourself. You might be afraid to go there. A lot of people are. It's hard to start a shadow journey. So it's time to look into yourself and see what needs to be healed. All right? And it's like this clarification and this information, when you start to heal yourself and go within, the clarification that you seek and you find will exalt you forward onto this new path, this proper path that you're meant to be on the whole time. So it's like you're on the right track, but you are healing. It's a journey. You're healing every single day, and you realize that. But you are still willing to push yourself through to get to where you need to be. Now we do have a lot of pentacles in this past and in present. So you could be dealing with or have a strong connection to earth signs. That is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Or, maybe you are linked with an earth sign, or you have, like I said, a big earth sign energies. But I was told to share that with you. It could be financial opportunities coming forward for you as well. I feel like you're doing really well on that aspect. Saving money, living the life you want, and more of that is going to come to you because you're raising your energy and you're manifesting. Now, for the future, we also have good news for you. We have the butterfly spirit, so that's transformation once again. Now transformation is something that you are, you're changing as well. You are going from one form to the other. So, like I said, it's a journey. This is a lifetime journey. It's a lifestyle change. You put in these practices and you keep practicing as far as until you don't have to practice anymore, and that's the rest of your life. So we have this butterfly spirit, but we also have let love guide you. Now with these energies, I found that you have been changing, and know that you are a work in progress. So now you finally figured out that this is not an overnight thing. Like, you really have to work at this. There's journaling, there is meditation, there is a lot of give and take, a lot of suffering that you have to go through to heal. So you realize that you are a work in progress, that this is a lifetime journey. And your practice has become bigger and better, and is going to be bigger and better, and people are going to look at you as a light to them, an inspiration. So we also, for tarot, we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords. We also have the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of swords here, okay? A couple of them, they're almost all upside, oh, they are all upside down. Spirit told me to let you know that, which means there's going to be messages that are blocked. So you really might be struggling to understand this next step for you. I have that you are reminded that not everything has to have a plan. Okay, not everything has to be planned out. Things are going to happen. Most of the time plans don't come in the way you want them to, because it's not your plan, it's the universe's plan, it's your higher power's plan. And it's important that you keep on your path. So it's okay to be spontaneous and follow your heart and do what you want to. You have to trust yourself, but not everything has to be set in stone. You are allowed to trust yourself. You are allowed to live, live a life without being so stringent. Let your hair down and have fun. We have, you may be in the habit of overthinking. So this is of overthinking because of being hurt in the past. Because everybody has a past, and a lot of the times we overthink and we have anxiety because of things that happened in the past. We expect them to happen again, or we're waiting for the other shoe to fall. Okay, so you have to stay out of this energy of overthinking. It's a really low vibrational energy, so you don't want to ever stay in that energy. When you recognize that you are being an overthinker, or you are getting in your head, then you have to quickly pull yourself out of it, because it is low vibrational, and we want to keep in that high vibrational energy and keep moving through and getting past these hurts. You know, this is more of a healing energy, but it still is that energy of healing. Of learning that, okay, being self-aware, I am an overthinker. I feel myself overthinking. So now that I recognize that, I'm moving on. Okay, and we have the Six of Swords, and I got this energy of somebody might be trying to block you. Okay, I said be careful of people or blockages trying to hold you back. So, and it might not be just people, it could be other energies trying to hold you back. People that you've run into, places, like I said, certain triggers you might be holding on to energetically that might be holding you back. And you have to release those energies so you can move forward on your path. So now let's do a little bit of clarification. card for this Ace of Pentacles for the past energy. So we have the Page of Swords. Again, I feel like you don't have enough clarity in a situation to, like, the situations that you've missed because of a certain lifestyle that you led or that you're leaving behind. You feel like I feel like before you decided to move on, you didn't have enough clarity. You weren't ready to. There just was an energy of not being prepared. And it's not because you didn't want to. You just didn't have the coping skills yet or the desire. So I do feel like that might have been a struggle for you. You probably wanted this change for a long time, but we're having trouble with it. Now, with this Nine of Pentacles energy, we have the High Priestess in reverse, which means you might have had to stand up for yourself a lot to get to this independent energy. This is about self-care, this is about moving on, and I feel like you went through it. You had to defend yourself, you've had to really, to lift your voice to get to where you are. You couldn't just lay back and let people walk all over you. You advocate, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Spirit. To advocate for yourself so you can be in a better situation, so you can be the person that you desire to be. And you might still have to advocate for yourself. That's something that might never end. So we have this High Priestess saying that there are times when you're not going to be able to just sit back and, let things happen. But I feel like you are prepared for that. Because you weren't prepared for that energy previously, but the universe is preparing you for that, is giving you a backbone, is giving you a solid foundation for you to move forward. Now we have this Wheel of Fortune card that we're clarifying for. So let's see what comes out. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, which is walking away from a situation. Like I said, you don't want to go back to the old. You don't want to go back to that repetitive situation. Okay? So you're going to want to walk away. You're going to want to release that. And this is a time to do that. Releasing that old energy. If it comes up, just let it go. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles. Now, these two cards came out. We have the Tower, okay? Changes, like I said. Getting through changes. Choosing yourself. Remember, the overall energy for the present is choosing yourself. Changes are going to happen. It's part of life. Nothing is going to stay the same. Just like energy is fluid, it's all going to change. And that's something that you can count on. But you can also count on learning your lessons and growing through them. If you take the lessons, you can grow. But you have to realize the importance, the value of these lessons. We're never going to be without change. But you have to have this preparedness to work through these changes. Okay, then we have the Hanged Man, like I said, in the challenge position that we're trying to clarify. Let's see what comes out for the Hanged Man. Spirit, I'm clarifying for the Hanged Man. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands in the upright. So that's kind of like a very passionate energy, but it's also fleeting. So it's like you are trying to gain a different perspective, trying to understand and gain clarity through the experiences that you've had in the past. So, you know, you might get certain triggers, you know, from your past when you do these healing exercises. But that's something that's going to, once you start healing, once you start understanding why and how, and you start developing coping skills, then you are going to be able to see the triggers, take the triggers, heal those triggers, and let them go. You're not going to have to suppress them anymore because they'll be healed. And you'll be able to understand why it's hurting you so badly or why you had such a harsh reaction to it. And then you'll be able to move forward way more quickly than you used to. And then it's going to be that fleeting energy. Now we're clarifying this Ace of Swords. And like I said, this Ace of Swords energy was about going forward, shooting yourself forward into the future with more of a healed energy. And we're constantly going to be healing. So don't feel like, you know, if you don't feel like you're healed, it's because it's a lifelong journey. You're constantly going to be discovering things about yourself. If you want to. That's if you put the work in. Yep. Loving yourself. We have the Knight of Cups here. Going on this self-love journey. Shooting yourself into the next phase, into the future. With love in your heart. And yes, it's the Knight because we're still learning. We're presently healing. So that's okay that it's the Knight and not the King. Because maybe we're not evolved enough yet. Maybe we're not there in our healing journey. You might be a king in all other aspects or a queen in all other aspects of your life, but this healing journey might be new to you. You don't have to start off as a king or a queen in all aspects of your life. When you're new at something, you're new at something. When you're starting on a journey, you're starting. And you're allowed to. You don't have to master everything immediately. Okay, so now we are shuffling to clarify the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords for the future. Spirit, can you clarify the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords for the collective? Thank you. Okay, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So staying present. Like I said, this is about choosing your heart, not overthinking a situation, letting yourself be in the moment, trusting your heart, okay, being present, not having to be so detailed. And the Three of Swords in the reverse, thank you. We have the Moon card, which is about finding out what's hidden. You're still healing. Three of Swords is about healing energy. And I just heard that you might be sharing your healing journey with somebody. So that could be an indication for somebody. Maybe you are sponsoring somebody or something along those lines, but I feel like for somebody that's going to be resonating for. Maybe you are going to be a sponsor or somebody is, have to find a sponsor, something along those lines. We have the Moon card, something hidden, something you're hiding, something that's suppressed, something that you want to bring to the surface. Something that you want to talk about. Something from the past that needs to be revealed. And then we have the Six of Swords. you. Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is, be careful of the people or blockages, okay, that are holding you back. And I feel like that's going to be clarified for you. You're going to see clarity on that situation. It's going to be revealed to you, whether it be a blockage, a certain circumstance, or a person is going to come forward and show their true colors. But that's going to be revealed to you in the near future. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. That's all I have for you today. I hope some of it resonated and helped. I go live every Monday and Thursday between 6:30 and 7 Eastern Time. I'd love to see you there, but if not, I will catch you here next time. Bye, Collective.